So it's been 4 years now where I ended the hardest job of my career as a teacher. Picture 2021, COVID has happened, but still we're wearing masks and figuring out what the new school's gonna be like. It wasn't like the heart of COVID, but it was soon after. And I had the bright idea to go back and take a part-time resource room job. And it was really challenging. So we were still wearing masks at school. We were still figuring out what that new season of teaching was going to look like. We were back in the classroom, but still distancing, and just the whole thing. And I made it through the whole year, but it was extremely challenging. And what I found after that year is I began to look for opportunities that would change the course of my future. Were there things that I could do to bring in extra income, but also fit sort of where we were in our lives and needing some other things to be doing? So I ended up taking that time off. So, school ended in June, and I wasn't sure I ever wanted to go back to teaching after that. I wasn't sure I wanted to be in the classroom. It just was such a challenging year for me. And during those months where I was not working for the school district, I started to try a whole bunch of different side hustles, so to speak, and tried things like upping my Norwex game because I was selling Norwex, and I tried affiliate marketing, and I opened an eBay store. Actually, I'd had one open for a while, but kind of revamped my eBay store and what that would look like. I did books where you put your books through Scout IQ, you see if they are worth sending to Amazon, and then we'd send a whole bunch of books to Amazon seller and then see if they would sell. Amazon would sell them and you get a part of the commission. I opened an Etsy store where I would use the kids' artwork and funny ideas that we came across and created my own Etsy store to see if that would be something that would work. I had blogs that I would try to post somewhere, and I even had one for Crayola for their website to see if that would then sort of like affiliate links where you'd put, if people would read your blog article, and then you could earn some things from there. So trying to find what was going to be a good fit if I wasn't going to be teaching. Was there something else I could be doing that would bring in income, but also be a good fit for me too? And what I've realized over the last 4 years is that while I was on that journey trying all these different things, life was happening. So our oldest son graduated from high school. My parents entered into their 80s. My middle son just got a license. And we're figuring out, our youngest is going to start high school in the fall. So we're sort of figuring out, how do I take care of all of these things and people while also taking care of myself and figuring out what this next part of life is going to look like. So all of that to say, 155 videos I have made on here. I started this channel in 2020, and I finally think I have an idea of what I want this channel to become. And as I look back over those last 4 years and even beyond, I think about all these seemingly random things that I've tried. And I realize it's not just random things, it's learning experiences, right? Each one has taught me something about life and helping people and what has worked and what hasn't worked. And we've had some success with some, and others have been ridiculous. And so what I think this channel is going to become is just sharing discoveries from those things. My experiences, real numbers, real things that have worked and haven't worked, and just kind of sharing if there's anything that I can share that would help somebody else along the same path, or some little tidbit, then that's what this channel will hopefully become. So sometimes we'll talk about what it's like to have aging parents, what it's like to be part of this sandwich generation where your kids are growing up but still need you, your parents are aging and need you. What does that look like? And I can share the challenges of walking through some of that. I will say I underestimated how quickly that would come. I sort of, growing up, figured our kids will be older, out of the house, and then you can kind of step in and be there for your parents. That's not how life works. They kind of are in tandem with each other. So we'll talk about that. What is it like to have a kid who graduates high school but has some special needs? What does that future look like? We're wading through things like, do we get SSI? Do we get DDA and DVR? All these acronyms of things for him and his journey and what comes next as an adult. What does it look like to get a power of attorney for that same kid? And do we look into guardianship or power of attorney? And we can talk about some of the things that we have found through walking through that stage with him. What does it look like getting your license, and how awesome and great that is for your kid, but also how terrifying it is for you as a parent. Sometimes we might talk about teaching and things that have helped me be a teacher, or tutoring, what games I found work really well for tutoring. I'll share all the experiences I've had with all those different things I mentioned, and what has worked and what hasn't worked, and maybe that can encourage some of you too for your future. Then you don't have to make the same mistakes I have made. So anyway, a collection of discoveries. Hopefully as I post, it'll just be something that I have learned and discovered over the last few years. And yeah, it'll be kind of fun to see how that evolves over the next few years. And I would love to hear your discoveries. Like, what are things that you're learning as you're in this place of taking care of people and yourself and your health, and as we're getting older and all of those things. So hopefully we can kind of help each other. So if you don't have it all figured out, just like I definitely don't have it all figured out, and you want to come along on the journey with us, then I hope that you will watch and follow and share your ideas too as we continue to move forward and take it day by day.